All right, we are going to call the Finance Committee meeting to order. First item, discussion, possible action on the minutes.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion, possible action on claims in the amount of $758,644.04.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor? Everybody muted or what? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on approving the purchase and installation of permanent dasher board system in Burton Park in the amount of $35,950 from Ice Time LLC.
Good evening, Finance Committee. I'm Mike Mraz, Director of Public Works. This purchase or an installation was identified in the 2019-2020 Capital Improvement Plan. We did go out for public bid and we received two bids. One from Leading Edge Contracting LLC in the amount of $39,750, and the other one from Ice Time Minnesota LLC in the amount of $35,950. Staff is recommending approval of Ice Time Minnesota LLC in the amount of $35,950. We did have $35,000 identified in the CIP for this purchase.
Anybody?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on approving the reallocation of, yep. Discussion possible action on approving the reallocation of Burton Park CIP funds to be used for the installation of new playground surface.
So this discussion was had at Park Board at a previous meeting. There was also some improvements identified in the CIP to Burton Park. One was landscaping, another one was LED lighting for the ball fields, and another one was Burton Park playground surface. The playground surface, we had put in $30,000 for installation of a pour-in-place rubber surface similar to White Camp Park. A quote came back and it was a lot more, $75,000 for the pour-in-place rubber. So the Park Board recommended reallocating the landscaping funds, the LED lighting funds, and the miscellaneous capital funds for the parks, which typically goes to like grills, picnic tables, so on and so forth. Combine those all together, which gets us to approximately $72,350. Combine all those monies, go for public bid, and purchase and focus on the poured-in-place rubber for the playground there.
Any insight, Mike, as to why we were so off on that estimate versus the bid coming in?
It was carried over from a previous plan, and I didn't catch it. So when I did find the actual bid that was received back in 2016, it was kind of like, didn't hit that one. So trying to think outside the box in a way to kind of get this accomplished, because it is such a, White Camp Park is such a neat park, and I think what makes it a unique park is the pour-in-place rubber. I mean, a lot less maintenance. You don't have to worry about replacing the wood chips every year, staff time, so on and so forth. It just makes it look a lot cleaner. We're trying to clean that park up, so that's what the Park Board's recommendation is.
Was there a motion?
No.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on approving the contract with Foth Engineering to complete Task 2 of the Lakefront Park boat ramp reconstruction in the amount of $74,000.
So at our previous council meeting, the Task 1 was approved, and Task 1 included the kind of the preliminary design of the boat launch reconstruction. Now that Task 1 is completed, we're moving into Task 2, which includes the permitting through the DNR and Army Corps of Engineers, grant writing, construction plans, bidding, contract with the contractor, and seeing the project through. As the mayor stated, the amount that Foth is estimating for this work to be completing is $74,000. There's nothing designated in the CIP for this amount. However, staff recommends utilizing some CIP monies from Buckeye Garage, which is directly adjacent from that facility. We had $50,000 in there for improvements to the bathrooms and some of the building, using about $30,000 from that CIP fund, combining it with TID 6 funds to meet that $74,000 estimation from FOLT to get the project running. And it is time sensitive because the RBF grant, which is going to be the grant that's going to be, applied for and hopefully received, it's going to support this project. And that, like I said, that grant is due in early November, so time is of the essence on this project if we want to see a 2021 construction date.
Why are we spending so doggone much money lately with these engineering fees? And I don't remember I had requested us to review those engineering hourly rates. Now, did we do that or did we not?
We did not. Nope.
Because these projects are getting quite expensive with these engineering fees.
Mm-hmm.
Go through what you said they're going to do again.
Yep,
What that 74 includes, please.
Yep, so it's for permitting through the Wisconsin DNR and Army Corps of Engineers. It's for the grant writing, for the RBF grant, and then there's also some ancillary grants like invasive species grants. It's the development of the design plans, like the nitty-gritty details that we go out for bid. They see the bid process through, they hire the contractor, they do inspections on the project, and then they see that the project is closed out.
So was there a rate chart in there with grant writing hourly rates?
So the grant writing was not included in their estimate. So Exhibit B, it was project administration was $6,000, final design plans and sheets were $30, permitting was $10, construction plans and specifications was $20, bid phase services was $8. Task 1, we had estimated $56,000 for task 1. We've only spent $37,000 to date, so we do have, $20,000 remaining from that task 1 that we were going to carry forward for grant writing purposes, so on and so forth. So, but when you come to a project of this size, it's about a $1.5 to $2 million project. Typically, engineering costs are about 10 to 12% of projects.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you'd ask them to sharpen their pencil again on that, but I'm not going to hold it up. I agree with the project. It needs to be addressed down there, so.
Yep.
But it just seems these rates and these engineering fees continue to get more and more.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the size of the projects, but we have in-house stuff,
Yeah, and I can certainly talk to, it's one of those projects where it is specialized when you're dealing with the waterfront, the St. Croix River, so on and so forth, and, our in-house engineer that's not his specialty, but I can certainly ask if he could contribute some of his time to definitely lower that cost.
Appreciate it.
Mike, where are we with the bathrooms at the Buckeye Garage that we're taking the funds from?
So those were slated to be, updated last summer. However, with the high water, of course, that was kind of put off. And then this year, it hasn't been a priority with all the other Atwood properties, so on and so forth. So we never got around to publicly bidding it. That's not to say that they're in need of improvements. That's why once we receive grant monies, if the Finance Committee and Council takes $30,000 out of that CIP, the grant money because grant money can go towards, design and engineering fees, we would backfeed the CIP with those grant monies once they're received so that we could maybe do the project. Next year when the boat launch is ripped up, we can do the Buckeye Garage or Buckeye bathrooms too, so it wouldn't just be one big inconvenience instead of spacing them out.
Got it.
That makes sense.
The other question I had was on the grant monies. Is that a guarantee or is that still, that it's a guarantee that we get those grants, or is that still in question?
No, it's not a guarantee. We did have some preliminary discussions with the DNR, the regional coordinator, the mayor, myself, and Aaron walked down at the site, and they were on board that day. They seemed to be, jiving with what we're trying to do down there, making it more accessible, raising it, expanding the parking lot a little bit to, try to capture some more traffic to use the public water. So they said it was a good project. Now, like you said, it all depends on, what is the funding cycle going to look like next year with the COVID pandemic and the fallout from that? What are the other projects that the grants are being, submitted for? So it's not a guarantee. And And if we don't get the grant, we'll have to have a discussion on how, when, and if we move the project forward for next year.
Got it. Thank you.
Anybody else? I don't think we have a motion yet, do
I'll move we approve.
Second.
we? Got a motion and a second to approve, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Motion's approved. I don't have anything. Anybody?
I'd like to see the engineering rate sheets.
Okay, yep. I'll make a
Thanks.
note.
Okay, well, thank you all for tuning in to the Mike Mirage Show tonight. Is there a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn, second?
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.